Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Fairly recently, Nigerians were thrown into mourning. What happened in Benue State, where Fulani Herdsmen went in their numbers. Of course, the president did promise that he would be visiting. But unfortunately, nature's call, floods seem to have taken over the roads that leads between Abuja to Makurdi. But while we are still trying to understand what is going on in Benue, of course, Enugu had a fair share of the same issue in a community, one of the suburbs in Enugu, where the Fulani herdsmen have taken turns to move into their women, and also farmers that go into the farm before nightfall or before morning, dawn of the morning. They find their bodies, bodies on the ground. Their community heads are beginning to complain to Peter Omba, the governor of Enugu State, to react quickly and cut this now. Of course, that's happening in the suburbs, in hinterlands of Enugu State communities. We are still understanding what is going on in Southeast. It looks like South is also beginning to feel their bite. But this time around, it's a river state, One. Don't take my word for it. Let's watch the video and see how bold this particular Fulani headsman is telling One citizens, Riverians, telling them that he would not leave their farm. He would farm, he would carry his cows, and they will feast and feed on the farm produce, that they are also citizens of this country. They have a right to the farms and the lands as well. Let's watch this video. We'll come back with my colleague for more on this.
I tell you, see, also Hausa, on our carry Fulani have been Hausa, never know. They carry cow enter for farm. Eh? They carry cow now. They enter for farm. See a cow for post farm.
You don't see the cow enter the place. You don't see cassava? You don't see cow. I don't see cassava. Here, you know about cassava. You just snap for me.
I just snap for you. You dey put cow for poor farm. They see poor farm. You know go move on. You say no go move on. You know come out for farm. You know come out. You know come out for farm. Hey, you say no come out for farm. You know come out. Make you chop cassava. See for farm, see for cassava. You say what? Now you go spoil Ninja. Now me go spoil Naija.
Yes, you don't carry, you don't come snap for me. You want send our people. You say we show the.
Yes, me you post here say you dey carry cow enter inside farm.
Anything we go fight for Ninja, you no go feel like cow. The Hausa man, you no go feel, you no go feel. Hello.
Wait till you talk. Come on, this cow there for farm. See cow for farm. See cow. See her. See her. See her. See her. See person cassava. See her. See her. See person cassava. See her.
Go call Tinubu. Make him call and send her.
Ma go call Tinubu.
Call her now. Call her now.
Say no, come out for farm.
Where you go see? I don't go come out for farm. What you go road the cow? Wait for her now.
See her for farm. See her for bush for cassava.
All right, welcome back. I need you to see this small clip of what is going on in Benue State. Remember what happened in Benue? Right now, look at what they are doing. Simply because Mr. President is coming, they've turned it to political Thanksgiving, and not even for mourning. And we're going to come back to see the reactions of Nigerians on this particular matter.
What level of madness is this? People died and you're busy, you're interested in doing campaign. Oh God.
Guy, you see Benue people. People died, 200 people died. President they come. They do posters say renew hope, welcome, thank you, President, for your condolences. God won't punish these people, ni. People 200 people died, they do.
All right, welcome back. You've seen what they are doing. It has become a place for Hyacinth, the governor of Benue, to turn it to political welcome. The lives of Nigerians at stake, and the least they could do is to begin to say, we welcome you. In fact, in the more cynical claims, that's more like saying the government of the day have failed in one of their primary duties of protecting lives and property, and you are telling him, thank you for doing your duty. My colleague is in the house. Look at what is happening in Rivers State already. The boldness of the Fulani Herdsman, insisting that he has a right to the land as well as a right to the farm as well. And what the people are going through in Benue, turning something that should be source of worry, source of anguish to source of celebration, scoring cheap political goal.
Well, I think maybe that's why the spirit of the people is showing some level of grievance, and we are seeing flood on the road, because Abuja Makurdi Road, I've not really heard that there have been a case where there's flood everywhere, but it's happening. But first of all, let's be objective about this, and this is number one. Let me start up first with what happened in Rivers State, in Rivers State. There is some unanswered questions that is there begging for answers, some questions begging for answers. And I think it's only the leadership that can answer these questions. Number one, the first question is, why is it that anyone who assumed that position as the leader, as a president, sometimes as governors, they pay deaf ears to the cry of the people as it has to do with the invasion of Fulani Herdsmen? Is there something they know that we do not know? It's one question I've been asking. Because you hear that these Fulani Herdsmen are doing this, doing that, doing this, but you just realize that the so-called leaders, they're lackadaisical about it. I mean, let's just try to be true to ourselves. If you look at how the president was making mention of the fact that he was going to visit Benue State, he didn't show any humane or emotions with it. It's just like, it's a normal thing. And the next thing we said was they should try to reconcile on all fronts. And which means the president, unfortunately, have not been fully briefed about anything. And that's why I think my greatest desire is to see a diligent young president who handles his phones to get into that position, so that no matter how you try to play down on certain things, when he sees the reaction of Nigerians on the social media, he will know, whoa, what is happening is becoming terrible. He will know, and he will react to someone like Peter Obi. You understand? So then, as it has to do with that of Rivers State, and now that they have started showing some moves as per they are intending to invade, that is, I think that it is needful for those who are in charge. The local government chairman of that particular local government, I think it's sole administrator now, and even the governor himself, sole administrator, unfortunately, they need to express concern over whatever they are doing. And those who are, community leaders for Fulanis in Rivers State should be called to order immediately to address that issue. And then you give them a timeline. If we see a repeat of this issue again, this is the next level of action we're going to take against you people. Because I think that was a mistake that happened in Benue State. When they started that invasion and they started taking them as spoil of war, nobody was saying anything. And now it will shock you that some of them are even boasting, said, why are you calling us terrorists? That we're going to do worse if you guys don't stop it. And then we have military. We have every day they push in money. Though fairly recently I heard that as much as 10 billion naira was pushed into security. 10 billion naira. And then someone was saying, what's his name? Nyesom Wike is building, renovating ICC with 39 billion naira, renovating VC's house with 23 billion naira, and then you are giving as minimal as 10 billion naira for security for all Nigerians. Well, but that's a story for another day. I think that should be the thing. The president should dig into the real causes of this thing. He said he was going to have a town hall meeting with them, all the stakeholders, the traditional rulers. It shouldn't be something that you just go in there just to satisfy the conscience of Nigeria that, oh, actually the president visited. Oh, actually the IGP visited. Oh, actually the chief of staff visited. No, that's not what we are looking at. We are looking at a situation whereby as you step in there, you bring in a lasting solution. Why most people voted for a Southern was because they were expecting that solutions will come to issues like this. This issue of Fulani has been pending for so long. And the anti-grazing law that they promised to bring in up till today, games are still being played around and all of that. It's important. It's important they let these people understand that they are not above the law. Imagine that kind of thing. They have started entering into someone's house, eating the person's grass and all of that. If the person takes laws into his hand and break his legs and possibly hunt down the cows, the next thing we'll hear, they say they've hunted the Fulanis. Before you know, they come for reprisal attack. Before you know, the whole place is on fire and all of that. Come on. We should put a lasting solution to this thing once and for all. That's just my thoughts on it.
Let's hope that eventually the government of the day will look into this matter before it escalates. It's becoming a norm, a reoccurrence, and it's really not a good one for Nigerian security. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?